Cancer patients are looking for ways to enhance their treatment with alternative medicine. At the Oasis of Hope Hospital, doctors are using holistic therapies that concentrate not only on the body, but the mind and spirit as well. As we found out, the results in some cases could be considered extraordinary.
In 1987, Donald Factor, son of cosmetics giant Max Factor, went to the Oasis of Hope Hospital after being told he had only 4 months to live. Cancer had metastasized to his liver, his spine, but not his spirit.
When I heard it, it was even worse news than I expected. And he was very negative, very apologetic, gave no hope, and I said, well, what can we do? Is there anything we can do? And he said, well, we can give you chemotherapy, which might buy you an extra 6 months of life. And that was all he was offering. It wasn't so much an actual moment of decision, at least not the way I remember it. Anna and I, both of us, said, we're not going to accept this.
Today, after nearly 20 years of being in remission, Donald has returned for his annual checkup.
I feel a great sense of relief, and secondly, I feel that has been given to me for a good reason. And a lot of what I've thought about and been doing in the 17 years is trying to discover what that reason is. And at times I've found it very frustrating. But at the same time, I realize that it's very much the journey rather more than the destination.
This destination is a very different approach to fighting cancer. It begins with creating a positive mindset for the patient. They undergo something called cognitive restructuring.
Cognitive restructuring is a technique we use with patients to help them change their automatic negative thoughts associated with cancer to positive automatic thoughts. Now this is so important because when patients are diagnosed with cancer, they go into an instant identity crisis. They forget all the wonderful things that make them a wonderful human being, and they become just a cancer patient. Through this approach, we're able to help them remember that they are alive, they're living, and they're dealing with cancer.
The perceptions of this deadly disease have changed, as well as the treatment. By combining non-traditional remedies, such as herbal supplements, with conventional treatments, like radiation and chemotherapy, a truly comprehensive approach to cancer has emerged. What's more, at Oasis of Hope, patients undergo something called metabolic therapy.
What makes our therapy unique is the approach. Whereas most oncologists are trying to destroy tumors, at the Oasis of Hope, we are providing resources for our patients to heal themselves. And those resources are going to be at the physical level with medications or therapies, diet, detoxification, but also it is very important to provide them with emotional support and spiritual fortitude. When the patients have availability to those resources, we are actually empowering them to heal themselves.
A person's faith is directly related to their ability to overcome illness. Well, that's what the clinical trials are saying at Duke University, and we're seeing that happening here at the Oasis of Hope. So we work hard to create a wonderful spiritual healing environment to help people overcome the illness. We use things like prayer therapy and devotions and music therapy, all this to minister to a person's spirit. It is the human spirit that will overcome.
Another component that sets this hospital apart is its medical staff.
Our medical staff, and in fact the whole staff of the hospital, is unique because we are all committed to two philosophical principles. The first one is first, do no harm. And the second one is what Jesus said, love your patient as you love yourself. Because yes, cancer patients need therapies, but what they need most is love.
There was this wonderful sense of, hey, we're just all right, we're doing the job, and you're part of it. I think that was the key thing, that at Oasis, I was part of the team helping to get me better, as opposed to an object that was a bunch of mechanics were working on.
Donald Factor is a cancer survivor, a person who was told there was no hope, only to find hope here. He is a reminder to us all to cherish every day, every week, every year, and every meaningful relationship in our lives.
Exactly those words, that it's an oasis of hope. All the reading I'd done about cancer and cancer treatments, particularly those that are written by more orthodox writers about the alternatives, they always talk about these people who feed you with false hope. Well, I don't believe there's such a thing as false hope. There's either hope or there's no hope. And without hope, you're never going to get anywhere. Hope is extremely important. I mean, we talk about faith, hope, and love, the biblical thing, absolutely true. It's so important, but for some reason, the doctors, the medics, don't want you to hope unless they can give you a confirmation ahead of time that they're going to succeed. And I think that's crazy.
More than 100,000 patients have been treated here. Clinical trials have shown that patients here have up to a 50% greater chance of survival compared to those with the same type of cancer that receive conventional treatments elsewhere. Whatever the outcome, one thing always survives in the hearts of everyone here: hope. For Life and Leisure Television, I'm Paula Melly reporting.